Hello my tarot friends, welcome. Today I have another tarot review for you and it is the Kraftfeld Tarot by Gianna Lucci. This deck, I've had it for probably like 4 or 5 months now and I've been working with it and it's absolutely delightful. That's what I'm gonna say. It is delightful. It is so colorful, it is so bright, it is beautiful. If you want to read at the back what it says about this deck, you can get it at Etsy or at Gianna's website, which is written right here. This is the box that it comes in. It is a 2-piece box, but I keep it in this beautiful bag because I think it is just absolutely perfect for this deck, basically. So yes, let's just dive into it, shall we? This deck is very Rider-Waite-Smith based. I showcased it on one of my videos. I think the Rider-Waite-Smith based decks. It does divert from it, but mostly it is very obvious at the cards that we're looking at. They really resemble the scenes, mostly, but not all of the cards. You'll see as we go through the deck. This is a gloss finish deck, as you can perhaps see the sheen here. But to be honest, I think Lisa Papez mentioned this in her video about the finish of this deck. It's actually perfect because these are photographies of the scenes that were made of felt. And so because of that, the gloss just works perfectly for it. Before we go into the cards, let me just show you the book that comes with it, which is incredible. So what card is this? The suit of each card is determined by the color of the Roman numerals. So we have Roman numerals on the card, and the white Roman numerals are major arcana, red ones are wands, light blue are cups, yellow are swords, and green are pentacles. So the colors in the scenes are not really associated, or the borders are not associated with the suit, but we need to look at the Roman numerals. And then we also have aces have A's, pages have P's, knights have low letter K's, queens have Q's, and kings have capital letter K's. And then we go straight into the major arcana. Now, what I love about this guidebook is, first of all, we have the whole page of the card, which is amazing. And then we have a haiku for each card. And they are so good. Like, it is really hard to put in words how amazing these poems are, because every poem with just a few words describes the image so perfectly. For example, 10 of Cups, right? We know it's about harmony. We know it's about fulfilled emotions, etc. So here it says, harmony unfolds. Through this shared contentedness, we are complete. And we know that the cycle is complete. And it's just so good. Like, I can't put in words, really. Like, when I do readings for others with this deck, at the end of the reading, I always go and read the poems as well, because they just give that extra little cherry on the top of the cake. It's just so great. I love the back as well with the crystal ball. It's beautiful. And then at the very end, we have about the creator. If you want to read about her here. Oh, look at the cups here. I didn't even see that. It reminds me of the 9 of Cups card, which we are going to see very soon. Okay, so as usual, I'm going to walk you through the major arcana, and then we're going to go through the suits in numbers. So aces together, twos together, etc. So here we have our full card. We have number 0. I love that we have daisies, because daisies are very gentle and they're very childlike, I'm going to say. They remind me of youth. They remind me of innocence, right? And they're obviously white and yellow. Innocence and yellow is optimism. We have 3 mountains, which is interesting because if you think about the Fool's Journey, we have 3 sets of 7s, right? So I believe that that's why we have 3 mountains here. And these are the challenges that lie ahead of us. And each are different colors. So it's different types of challenges that lie ahead of us. We have the beautiful sun, which is the optimism, clarity, being our true selves, following our truth. And the background is pink, which I associate with the higher heart chakra, which is also very appropriate for the Fool, in my opinion. We have the water flowing, so kind of like going with the flow. So here we are in the first person Fool. We are the Fool stepping into this deck, onto this journey, which is beautiful. Oh, and these are the lovely backs. They're so cute. Just like the box, basically. They're so sweet. I really like them. And here we have our magician, which I find really, really smart, because we have the white rabbit, right? Which reminds us of the typical magicians who were pulling the white rabbit out of the hat, which is really brilliant. We have the magical wand here. We have the as above, so below. We have our number here. We don't necessarily have the elements present, but we get the message of the card, which is manifestation, which is creating something from nothing, something magical. It's a very powerful image, because a rabbit out of the hat is something that you wouldn't believe can happen, but it can. So it's really cool. Let me see what is the poem for this one. Look what I can do, channeling all potential manifestation. Love it. So we have a crystal ball here, which is perfect for the high priestess, because looking in the crystal ball, it's kind of like reflection of yourself, and you go into that meditative state and flow state, and in that flow state then you can access your intuition, really. So that's really brilliant. I like the stars around as well. The snow here is really cool, because we know the snow is actually water. So at the first glance it doesn't appear like we have water in this card, but actually we do. And also the blue for the high priestess, we see a lot of blue color in the high priestess, and blue color is about communication, is the throat chakra, right? So it is communicating what lies within us. I love this empress and the pomegranates. The seeds falling out of the pomegranate is really cool, because it's from the seeds then things will grow. And I love that we have some falling leaves and some leaves are still here. So to me, that speaks kind of like this motion, because 3 is all about expansion, movement, right? Growth, right? We have a pregnant empress here. I know lots of people have a problem with the pregnant empress. I personally don't, because growing a human is growing, right? So it is one way to portray growth, which to me is perfectly fine. I love that we have abundance of the pomegranates, because Empress is about abundance. And also, as you can look at her face, she's truly enjoying herself, and she's wearing some sort of hat piece made of nature, natural material, whether it is branches or whatever. So that also tells me connection to nature. She's grounded, right? She is leaning on the tree. And I love that we have green border as well. The borders in this deck are very purposely done. They do something to the image itself. They're not just there to be there, or just there to represent the element. They're there to bring the best from the picture that we're seeing, to connect with the picture we're seeing, which is really cool in my opinion. I also love that we have pink dress, again, higher chakra, right? The love, the Empress is all about that love, the nurturing aspect as well. So that's beautiful. And she's holding her tummy very lovingly as well. So that's beautiful. The Emperor as the castle and the crown over the castle. So someone governing, looking over their empire, that's really cool, with the flags up as well. We have a red color present, which is associated with the emperor, which I really appreciate. Rubies, right, I think these are rubies. So rubies are very fancy jewels that the emperor would wear. Also red is associated with passion, with Aries, which is associated with this card, with Mars. So that makes a lot of sense. We have the castle that represents, to me, structure, the borders, right? There are clear boundaries set with the emperor, and organized building. So a lot can be drawn from this card. I really like this. Oh, and the foundations are yellow as well. And yellow is associated with being truthful to yourself by expressing your truth, right? The solar plexus chakra, which I love that the castle is built on that, like on what you truly believe in and what you truly stand for. So that is very cool. The Hierophant card as a teacher is really cool, because I do read the Hierophant as teaching others or learning about things. And also a good teacher is very adaptable. So doing traditional things just for the sake of doing traditional things, having an open mind, that's a good teacher to me. So learning from the students and teaching the students, right? So I really like that. And I like that we have a key on top of the book. So knowledge is the key, right? Which is really cool. The tripleness represented here in this triangle, which is really amazing as well. I love that we have a triangle because expansion of knowledge, expansion of one's mind. We have an atom here, which represents the universe, the universal knowledge, the knowledge about the cosmos. It's so cool. I really like it. The language, right? ABC. Language is so important. And there are different types of languages. We have body language. We have, obviously, languages. Like, to me, tarot cards are kind of like language. Every card represents a letter. Every scene represents sentences. And then you can kind of put them together. Anyhow, when I said tripleness, I meant like the cycles of the moon, the Son, Father, and Holy Spirit. Whatever three holy things that you can imagine can go inside of here. The self, the lower self, and the higher self, it could be represented here as well. And I love that it's chalk, right? Because chalk can be deleted. It can be rubbed off and changed, right? And that's amazing because 5 is all about change. So there's so much you can read into this card. I love it. The 6, the Lovers, I never checked, but this is probably the constellation of the Gemini, I would say, which is associated with the Lovers card. But I'm going to read you the poem because it is very good for this card. And it goes, choose partners wisely. Some unions plant seeds of love. Others just dig holes, which is so appropriate for this card. And unionship, right? Not just within love, like relationships, but it can also be within friendships, within business partnerships, within any ship. So I like that a lot. I love how they're coming together, holding hands, and that we have a crescent moon here as well, which we can also read into, like perhaps using your intuition when you make your choices, when you make your commitments. I love that we have green because the heart chakra again, so we can associate this with love. I don't know, I just really, really like this card. It's very different. This, as the Chariot, is amazing. We obviously have chakras here, right? And I read personally often, not always, obviously, it depends on a situation, but if we're looking at introspective reading, I read the Chariot card as things coming your way, and in order to manage them, you need to firstly balance yourself. And the chakras here being balanced and spinning is a beautiful, beautiful representation of that. We also have the chakra that connects us to the universe, which is beautiful. I love that we have black and white wings, and then the body is separated in the opposite directions. The wings are moving, so we have movement, right? It's beautiful. It represents that movement that, you know, to fly, you need to use both wings as well. So that is in itself balancing the outer environment in order to move forward. So it's beautiful. I love that we have red as well, because the Chariot card is about willpower, right? The power of our will, how much we want to achieve something and how much are we willing to take in order to get that. So I love that. And also passion. And yeah, we could go on and on about these cards. They're so good. This is so beautiful. We have this tamed lion and a taming hand. And I love that we have little stars here. It kind of tells you how important it is to approach things with kindness, with compassion, with gentleness. It's just beautiful. Another thing that I love about this deck is how diverse it is. The Hermit. We have the spiral here, which is the, I think, golden ratio / the spiral that we see in nature, like in the snail's shell, for example, or in the fern when it opens, or anywhere in nature. So this is a really, really neat detail here. We have our star in their lamp. I love that it's like their eyes are closed and they're obviously going deep within, and the blackness around it. And also the purple is perfect because it is connected to our crown chakra, which is all about connection to the universe and our higher consciousness. So that's beautiful. The Wheel of Fortune being this machine that randomly gives you whatever is inside of these colorful balls here. It's just amazing. And not only that, like the chances, the randomness, the unpredictability but also we have the seasons around it, which is another layer. So this card is amazing. Like, this deck is so great. It feels very just cheerful and cute and sweet and happy, but actually, if you stop and you look into details and into symbology of each card, it is actually really deep. So I love it so much, and it's such a great reader. I've been using this deck for others, and it's just so great. I love it so much. I use this deck all the time for myself and for others, and every time I use it, it makes me happy because the pictures are so just uplifting, but also truthful and direct, but gentle at the same time. It's a really, really great experience. Okay, so here we have Justice. I love that we have a mirror here. Like, looking at yourself, reflecting. I feel justice is not just about law and, what the universe thinks is just. To be brutally honest, my opinion of what happens to us in life is the way we see ourselves. So if we do something and we see that act that we did as something good, then good things are going to come to us. And if we see that act as bad, then we're going to, deal with the consequences either way. We have the scales, we have obviously the sword of justice, and we have the mirror, which is incredible. I love it. The other day, I pulled this card. If you follow me on my Instagram, you're going to see it. And I was thinking about this card, right? It's very interesting. And I think it's the only card that doesn't have a facial expression and it doesn't have as much details. And I was like, oh, I'm not sure if I really like this card. And then I was like, actually, there is an extra layer to this, the fact that it doesn't have details. It's perhaps you need to remove yourself from the details, right? You need to have a wider perspective, step a few steps backwards and look at the situation. And this is the message of this card. Let those balloons take you up and remove yourself backwards, and you're going to see things in a different way without being too involved in the situation. How would your friend look at the situation, and how would you advise if your friend was in your situation? What would you say to them? Often when people are like too caught up in the details, my friends, for example, I say to them, okay, so imagine I'm in this situation. What would you tell me? What would be your advice to me? So anyhow, yeah. This death card is beautiful. I believe this is a moth, which is perfect for, it's a darker card. It is not a pleasant card. The transformation of any sort is not pleasant, let's be honest. But I love how she brought this color in it and still beauty in transformation, right? This card reminds me of water and air bending, which is really cool because we do have two things coming together. We don't have fire and water, but we have, I feel, air and water coming together, which is still cool. We have the angel, right? The being guided from above, being supported, also feels like healing. We have the crown at the back, just like in the Rider-Waite-Smith, which is to do with awakening, with actually spiritual connection whilst you manifest things. I see the Temperance card and Magician card as Magician is envisioning what could be, and then Temperance actually manifests it physically into this world. At least that's how I see them. This Devil is so kinky and awesome, and I love that we have thorns on this thread here, and how complicated it is, and knotted, and being knotted in something that is ultimately not good for you, I love it. And it could also just be like kinky, right? So I love it. Love, love, love. This is one of the only cards this is the only black and white and gray card in the whole deck. So it really stands out, and I love it. A total destruction, upheaval. Things are being thrown everywhere. There's chaos, and yeah, it's perfect for the Tower card. I love it. The Star card. Oh, isn't it so healing and beautiful? And we have colorful rain falling down, which brings that sense of joy and hope that things are not lost. It's such a beautiful card to come after the Tower. All this destruction and grayness, and you can't see things ever coming back together, and then we get this card, and it's just beautiful. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 stars, just like in the Rider-Waite-Smith. 7 smaller stars and bigger one, and it's an 8-pointed star as well, which I believe see in the Rider-Waite-Smith as well. And I love how we have new growth coming. Rain fell, and now new growth comes from it. So things do replenish, things do come back to life. The moon card. Oh, I love this. I love that we have fish here. And these fish are flying towards the moon. So cool. Pisces, right? That's why we have fish, obviously. Oh my gosh, I didn't even think of that. Yeah, it is very moody, very deep in thought moon. And it's actually an eclipse, right? So I love that she did this here, that we can see that just in the Rider-Waite-Smith. And I love that we have black color at the back and how these fish are turning from black to gray to white. So that transformation from darkness and then coming into light comes through, which is beautiful. This sun card is everything. I love cats so much, and we have a happy cat being on top of the wall. I love that we have the wall. I love that we have this ribbon and bow here as well, which reminds me of that flag that the baby is wearing on the Rider-Waite-Smith. I love that we have two sunflowers here because it also reminds me of I think it's a Marseille tradition where you have two people in the sun card, kind of like all parts, like both parts of yourself are the same because you've been through things and you accepted things and you let go of things, and now it's time for you to shine and to move over this wall whenever you feel like it, whenever you feel comfortable to. I love it. And we have like the sun face there as well, which is great. And I also love that the face is not is the same color as the sun, so the cat comes forward more, which I love it. It's kind of like the universe, the sun, right, is behind you. It encourages you. It's warmth, it's life, it's vitality, it's beauty. It's wonderful. I love this card. Oh, this Judgment card is great. Oh, it looks like a theater, right? Isn't that cool? It's kind of like, are you doing things because you really want them to do, or are you doing things to please others, to perform for others? And this is a wake-up call. Like, follow your truth. And these cups here with gold and liquid in it are really interesting. I wonder what they represent. Gianna, if you're watching this, would you mind commenting and tell us what these two cups on the bottom represent, please? I love this angel so much. And I love that we have a cross here as well that we see on the flag in the Rider-Waite-Smith. It is so nice, beautiful. And I love this world card. Why? If you look at the pictures from before, they all look more 2D. Obviously, they're all 3D, but they look more flat, more 2D. Whereas this one obviously looks 3D. So we kind of like step from 2D into 3D with the world card, which is so brilliant. And we have the constellations around of our fixed zodiac signs, which is amazing. Oh, it's just great. It's beautiful. So these were the major arcana cards. Now let's go through the cards in numbers. I love these aces so much. Oh my gosh, they're brilliant. This card just screams to me excitement, drive, new passion coming through, blowing. I love that we have actually some leaves that are on fire, which is really cool. I love it. Oh, interesting. We have hands in this tree, but with the Ace of Pentacles, it is just there for you to pick up. It's not given to you, but it's there for you to pick up if you want to, if you're ready. I love that we have the thunder coming through here, illumination. I love that we have purple as well, because I see, as I always say, I see the swords as something that can become very spiritual and very connected. I love the beautiful, colorful drink being poured in this cup that is golden, and it has a heart that is on fire. This is beautiful. It's like, it screams to me a beautiful new connection that warms your heart. Also being open to the divine to pour something into your heart. Like if the cup is your heart, it's very open and big and ready to receive. It's beautiful. I love this so much. And I love this one as well. I love the floor. It's kind of like stones and you walk on them and there's a pentacle there. And you can do with it whatever you think you should do, but it's up to you to tend to it. Oh, the twos are really nice as well. I love this guy wearing multiple hats, which tells you that you have many things that you're doing and juggling at the same time. I love how with two pigeons here, which is very interesting, and the snow is falling, which again, snow can be seen as water, right? The two pigeons reminds me, because we have black and white pigeon again, so the polarity, the two different sides of the story, perhaps, of stories that we're telling ourselves. The crescent moon here, perfect. I love it so much. It is really good. And I love how actually dull it is, because Two of Swords is not a place that it's nice to be in. The Two of Cups, look at that. Look at the infinity symbol that these two energetically create. Isn't that beautiful? And the pink, again, associated to the heart chakra. The blue, which is associated with the throat chakra, which is communicating your feelings, how you're feeling. Yeah, literally. And it's harmonious because it's going both ways. This person is giving this cup to this person, and look, the cup is red and the plate here is red, and the cup is blue here and the plate here is blue, which is like, it's such a harmonious, beautiful, reflected but different. It's kind of like you complement each other, that cheese is saying complete each other. Does that make sense? And it doesn't need to be necessarily a romantic relationship. It can be any type of relationship, job relationship, friendship, parts of yourself. So it's beautiful. And this Two of Wands is great because they're obviously up there and looking out into the world and what they can do and what they can't do. I love that we have this golden chain around their neck, because to me, the Two of Wands does speak of that being in very comfortable place and thinking how to expand. You are in a place where if you don't do anything, nothing's going to happen. So you actually have to move out of your comfort space to do something. This is a very different take on the Three of Wands. We have movement, right? We have movement happening in the air, in the water, and on the earth, on the train. And we have this person kind of like driving boxes around, which is really cool. So it's kind of like you set things in motion, and now you're in a place where things are in motion, and you need to stay in the in the flow of things moving, right? Which is really cool. And you could also read it as some people read, like you're waiting for your things that you put out to come back or whatever. So this is really cool. I love it. This Three of Cups is amazing. I love that we have pumpkins here still that we see in original Rider-Waite-Smith deck. I love how we have like celebratory feel to it, coming together. We have music as well, which is amazing. To me, the Three of Cups is all about the flow of emotions, and what a better way to show that than through music, at least to me, because I'm a musician at heart. So to me, music is the most expressive thing when it comes to emotions. Like I would write poems and music when I want to express how I feel. So that to me is perfection. This Three of Swords is amazing because the heart is not really hers. She's holding the heart, and the whole body is pink and green. So we have higher chakra, which is unconditional love, right? And the green chakra, which is love. And I loved how the unconditional part holds the conditional part of love. Does that make sense? That's so cool. I love it so much. I love it so much. And I love how we can't see her face as well with this sword here. And she's kind of holding that heart, tending to it. It hurts so much, but you need to feel those emotions. I love it. It's beautiful. This is amazing. This is so great because it shows you how different people can bring different qualities together, and using those skills from different people can then create something new. And yeah, it's just wonderful. The Four of Wands, very celebratory. I like it. It's beautiful. It's sweet. It feels great. And I love how they're holding their hands as well. It's very sweet. This Four of Cups is so good. It's like, no. Like this person is deciding, no, I'm not letting anything in. I want my space. I want to contemplate and think about what I want to think or feel what I want to feel. And it can be read in the good and bad way. And I love how we see these roots here. So it's kind of like perhaps getting to the root of the emotion that we're feeling and why we're feeling that way. That's really cool. I like it. And I like how this one is very different. So these are red and pink and on orange. Orange, pink, and red. Creativity, love, passion. And what they're offering is something very authentic because it's yellow, right? I'm thinking about the chakra associations. That's very interesting. This is one of my favorite Four of Swords ever. I love it so much. She is sleeping, and the crystals and the dream catcher here is very spiritual and very soothing and just like healing. It just feels so good. I love looking at this card. It's so pretty. And this Four of Pentacles is very simple yet effective, I'm gonna say. This Five of Swords, I love that we don't see the people, we only see the action of the hands and arms and sticks going everywhere, and the leaves are flying everywhere because they're fighting. It's so cool. This Five of Cups is beautiful. I love that we have the bridge, the water, the house at the back. We don't have to see the person. Because why? Because the cups broken are in front of us. Right? And what I find interesting is, oh, look, this one is actually broken too. The handle fell off. I didn't realize that. And there are like the spilled water is around here too. Oh my gosh, that's so cool, because we have two completely broken, two standing and full, and one is like half broken. And it kind of talks about those steps to healing and to recognizing, to letting go of the pain or things that were maybe not good for us in order to move on, which is really cool. This is probably my favorite Five of Swords of all time. It is, I can hear this guy laughing. Like, you know, oh man. Yeah, it's so good. Like walking on others to get what you want. It is such a good card. I love it so much. It is amazing. And I love how they're all gray and in pain. And some are angry, some are sad, some are disappointed. And this guy's ego is just like, yeah, I got what I want and I am happy with myself. Like, this five is amazing. And you're like, oh, where's the other person? Well, there's no other person. We have a black cat. Yay, cats. And look at this detail. Think about this. This was all cut out of felt and stuck together. The detail of this glass window is beautiful. I love it. And we really feel pushed out here. You know, often people read it, oh, is church there? You just go in the church. And in my head, I'm like, I'm not sure if church is very open to, I don't know, homeless people and people in need. I'd like to think so, but often it wasn't, like in the whatever century, just in my head, it's just past. But, you know, they weren't always open. So, yeah, it's hard times. You feel locked out. Yes, the beauty is right there, but you feel locked out. And you need to find your way to get through the struggle. Patience and time will be needed because the snow will melt eventually, you know. But also, perhaps you're assuming that the church is not going to let you in, just like I am right now. And perhaps you should just ask for help. You know, it's really great. Love it. Although Five of Pentacles is a very harsh card, very, very harsh card. It is one of my favorite cards because through harsh challenges we grow as people, and yeah, we learn the most. Let's be honest. The Six of Wands as victory, as being celebrated, as being rewarded, is very obvious and very, very well spoken message here through picture. I love the Six of Cups. Look at that. They're having hot chocolate with marshmallows. They're sharing it together. And this could be like a picture, you know, the Christmassy feel is when you think about Christmas and hear Christmas songs. To me, it does, you know, here in the West, I suppose, it does something to my psyche because I always start feeling nostalgic. Like if I hear a Christmas song, especially in October or September, I start feeling nostalgic. So this is perfect. This is perfect. The Six of Swords. This person is not asking for help. They're doing all the work, which is very interesting interpretation, right? But still, they do have perhaps help. This little bird here, you know, they're leading them. So they're not alone. I was wrong. They're not alone. They have birds here. They're leading them. Birds can be connected to spirit, right? So that faith within you, the faith in whatever you believe in, is there. And it comes through symbols, through the universe, like this little bird here. That's beautiful. I love this Six of Pentacles. It reminds me of another card that it reminds me of the Gentle Tarot actually, which is really nice. And there's another deck that has similar thing. But yeah, look at this one. This hand is very rich. They have golden bracelets and rings, and this one has patched coat. So it's obvious who is given and who is taken, right? So that's pretty cool actually. And you ask yourself, am I the one given, or am I right? Or am I in a situation where I need some support and help from others? And I need that gift to come to me. Sevens in this deck are incredible. Incredible, incredible. I love them so much. I mean, I love this whole deck. It's so good. It is so great. Okay, so I love this so much. It's so witchy. I love it when we have a witchy 7 of Wands. I love it so much. Oh my god. So this person is obviously casting a spell to protect themselves from whoever is coming to get them. And I love that there's a lock here. It's like, nope, I'm not letting you in, and I'm going to protect my energy using a spell. This 7 of Cups is really cool because it shows how this is, it doesn't feel real because this person here feels like a shadow. It's kind of like you lose yourself in dreaming, you know? That's what I get from this card. I love it. This 7, look at this sneaky, trying to steal things from people when they're swimming. Yeah, this is a very fun take, I'm gonna say, on the 7 of Swords. And it also asks, you know, are you assuming that this guy is gonna steal things? Or is he just, or maybe the swords are the trash and he's collecting trash, you know? So that's really cool. The 7 of Pentacles is amazing. I love that we see the roots here and how deep they go, and how the plant first needs to develop the roots before it can come out. So it's like that patience, the time. But also this person is contemplating, it's like, what to do next? How can I invest these? Because these are like pentacles, right? How can I invest what I've already created? And what should be my next step? And Lisa Vapez mentioned here how this looked like when you're growing and you're measuring how much you grew through the years, which is another neat thing to notice. Although this is a birch tree. And birch trees, I'm sure there is like another symbol behind a birch tree. I know that they're very magical, which is cool. I think the birch tree is used in 7 of Cups in the Herb Crafters Tarot, if I'm not mistaken. And it does talk about, I think it talks about clarity, if I remember correctly. Clarity, which again, clarity, you need to have clarity about what you're gonna do next, right? This 8 is amazing. I love it when we have bullseye in the 8s. Like, things are moving, but also go with the flow and focus on your target, what you want to achieve. 8 of Cups, beautiful. She packs her bags. It is time to leave. Love it. And we have that guiding star, which we see in the Good Fortune Tarot as well, which I really like. 8 of Swords here is very interesting. I'm going to read you what it says in the guidebook. Binds of circumstance. If arms are restrained, try defeat. How cool is that? So if you can't get out of the situation one way, find a different way to get out of the situation, which is really nice. And this one just makes me feel so happy because they're making cookies and I love baking. So this is perfect because I get into that flow state when I'm just enjoying what I'm doing. And when you enjoy what you do, you will improve dramatically, you know, very quickly as well. And it's going to feel like no time has passed because you're enjoying what you're doing. So being in the flow of crafting your craft. 9 of Wands, she is very bruised, but she's determination, you know, she's standing and she's ready and she's waiting. Someone comes her way, she's waiting and for the right moment to proceed. I love that she has a red belt. It looks like some sort of martial arts thing going on here, which is really cool. I say she, it could be whichever gender as well, actually. I love this. Look at the love they have for their cups. It's like, look at my beautiful collection of cups. There are so many different colors and shapes. Well, no, maybe not shapes, but there are so many different colors. Oh, let me show you that picture. Do you see what I meant? There we go. Do you see? So cool. So yes, you are really happy with what you have. Like, you're happy with what you have. But at the same time, it also talks to me about like sharing what you have and not being stuck in, hoarding type of feel to it, you know, hoarding. I know hoarding is connected to 4 of Pentacles, but to me here, it kind of feels like you create that safe bubble of what you have. Like, it reminds this card, quite frankly and honestly, reminds me of me and collecting my decks, like, and how it makes you feel so happy to have them, but at the same time you also need to go and then use those decks, you know what I mean? This is amazing. Like, they're crying, and I love that we have the thinking bubble here of all the swords coming down their way. But we have this beautiful knitted blanket, you know, that perhaps we should focus on the beauty that is around us. This 9 of Pentacles is amazing. I love how she has peaches here, because peaches talk about richness and pleasure and enjoying your life. To me, peaches are just so, they're juicy, and there's something about their velvety type of texture that I think about richness and abundance. And I know they're connected to abundance symbologically. I love that she has a raven here, which is interesting. So she's kind of like more in the moment, connected to nature, instead of perhaps being like spending money on the birds of prey. So yeah, I love this card. And we are at our 10s. Oh, love these 10s so much. All of them. First of all, I need to say I love how dramatic the 10 of Swords is. Look how dramatic it is. And I feel like with the 10 of Swords, it can speak about that over dramatization of what happened to you and the victimhood mentality, you know? This 10 of Cups is just joyful to me. I love it so much. And we have these daisies from the Fool again, which I appreciate. That happiness, joy, contentment, harmonious feeling, embracing the love. Look, these two kids are holding the heart. How cute is that? Oh man, love it. And we have the water as well, which I really appreciate because it is emotions, right? And it's kind of like I feel stepping into something new with harmonious feeling in your heart. Perhaps this family just bought this new house and it is a joyous moment, but also the beginning of something new. So that's beautiful. This 10 of Wands is great because we have like, it feels like sweat. It feels sweat, but at the same time blood. You know, you put blood and tears into something and it is hard, but it is worth it, because look at the house. It is made of gold. And it's something that you obviously really want to do, right? Or it's asking you, are you pushing too hard and is this worth it? You know, maybe you should just take a rest, take a few sticks off and perhaps take them 2 at a time instead of all at once, or just ask others to help you carry those sticks up there. This 10 of Pentacles is beautiful. I love it. It speaks of, you know, family, of passing things on, of enjoying your riches, of these also feel like, what are they called? Baubles for Christmas, which is again a really comfy feeling in my heart, brings comfy feeling in my heart, and sharing. And I love that we have different generations. And again, we have a dog, which talks about companionship and loyalty. And we have gifts and being able to give. And we have food and wine, which is, of course, being able to enjoy all those things because you have enough. You know, you have enough to give, which is beautiful. Love it. It's a very comfy card. And let's go to our pages. Oh man. The court cards in this deck are amazing. They're so good. Love them. Love them. There are a few decks that I was looking at, new decks that come in, and I look at the court cards. I'm like, meh. And literally, I will not get a deck just because the court cards are not good. Court cards are so important to me. This page is everything. Look at her colorful hair. Like, it's a perfect page of wands. It's a perfect page of wands. She is excited. She is optimistic. She is open. She's open. Look at the leaves, the different colors as well. Because the pages are very youthful, innocent, optimistic, daring to dream type of people, you know, wanting to learn, wanting to do things, imagining things that could be, what could be possible, learning something new. So that's perfect. The Page of Cups, focusing on the fish in the cup, to me is perfect. And look at the details of her or their rings, right? It tells you that they're a very creative type of person because of the type of rings they're wearing, which I love. And I love that this page is speaking of love because, you know, emotions, right? It's a cup suit. And also I love that it's a rainbow fish. Reminds me of the story of a rainbow fish, which is, you know, again, something very dreamy, story-like. And the Pages of Cups are someone who, I see the Pages of Cups of those kids in the classroom who are looking out of the window and dreaming and being caught in their imagination and, you know, not really being focused on what the teacher's telling them to do, but they're more focused on the world within themselves, which is very Page of Cups to me. I love that we have 2 hearts here as well. No, actually we have 3 hearts, here, and here. Ooh. This Page of Swords is incredible. Love it. I love the yellow color. Because, you know, being truthful to you and going for your truth and wanting to learn more and being ready and exploring. It's very windy, so you have a very open mind, and wherever the wind takes you, you're gonna go. And yeah, it's just really, really cool. And the Page of Pentacles adoring this pentacle here is everything. I really like it. It's like, what am I going to do with it? How am I going to do it? It's like they're planning how they're going to do things with this pentacle. And they're ready to learn from whoever is going to teach you about this pentacle. Because it feels like there might be a person standing here trying to tell them how to invest, how to learn, how to craft something new. So that's beautiful. I adore the knights. I adore the fact that they're just horses. And I mean, they're not just horses. We have the arms and hands here as well. But it's a focus on the horse. So the Knight of Wands feels like that knight in a shining armor who is going to go and be the hero, you know. He's on a quest to help other people. Like, they're very loyal. They're going to do everything for others. They will explore. They will try new things. They will follow their passion. They will be the hero. They will be the hero in the story. And this comes from the position of the horse and the way they are so well. The Knight of Cups is beautiful because they bring you a gift of hot chocolate. And the rose in the horse's mouth is amazing. And the heart here, oh man, it's just beautiful. This Knight of Swords is everything. Look at the horse's eyes. They're red. They're like ready for action. They're going for it. They're not thinking. They're just going for what they think is the right thing to do in the moment in time, or the right thing to say in the moment in time. In their mind, it might not be the right thing to say actually, but they just say it anyway. And this Knight of Pentacles being so stable and grounded and standing very obviously is amazing. And I love that they have, is that laurel wreath in the horse's hair, which is amazing because it tells me that they're focused on the victory and they're going to take very slow steps to approach. Oh, look, there is a field of, what is it called? Oh my god, Neva in my language, where you plant the plants, basically the soil. So I love that. So they're going to take slow approach, tactical approach to how to invest this pentacle and how to achieve their goal, which is here, right? I love it. These cards are very, very, very emotive. One thing that I do notice here about the kings and queens is that none of them are looking at each other, which is very interesting and different, but I don't mind. So if we look at, they just so powerful together nevertheless, even if they are not looking at each other. They look like pairs. Does that make sense? I adore this Queen of Wands. She's like my favorite card in the whole deck. And the Queen of Wands is the first card that I'm going to look at when I get a new deck. It took me a while to find the card that I felt the most connected with, and I think this is the card because she's witchy, she's magical, she's powerful, she stands in her own truth, she does what she wants to do, she's very charismatic and very warm as well, you know, she's not ego driven, if that makes sense. She's kind and just everything good. I love her. So anyhow, I love her black cat, like being up like that. I love it. I love that she has fire in her belly and in her chest. I love the sunflowers and the bees, you know, so she's a busy bee. The King of Wands is so hipstery, which I love. I love that. See, personally, I associate Kings of Wands to Aries and the Queens to the Leo. I know a lot of people in the comments are going to be like, no, you can't do it. But this is how I see them, sorry. So we know that Aries, well, we know. I noticed, I'm going to say that Aries people are always very focused on how they look and how they present themselves. And this makes a lot of sense for this king right here. I love how big this salamander is and how the salamander is just being born through the fire or just transforming through the fire. Because King of Fire is someone who easy transforms and moves onto new projects and is very, just very driven and knows how to read people, etc. These two, I love them. She reminds me of my sister so much. It's crazy. Like, I always see my sister when I look at this card. I love this king because he's so focused. And I love how he has this wheel here and we see the, what is it called? The chip parts at the back, you know? It's very technical and we have numbers here in the clouds and he has a pen. Like, it's a very logical king. And I love how how Gianna decided to portray him. This queen is so cool. Like, she just feels like just truthful, above everything. She's been through it all. She transformed through the clouds and she will give you the truth I love that she has closed eyes as well, because that tells me that she's very introspective and she comes from within. Whatever she says, she comes from within. When he feels much more like the outside, he is studying the outside world. I feel like she's kind of more internal, which is really cool for the Queen of Swords. The Queen and King of Cups are very emotive. I love that they're purple and blue. Like, they go together so well. I love the purples, the blues. I love the water. Look at the water. It feels like it's a continuation. I love that he has a wheel from the boat holding, because he is in control of the boat in the sea of emotions going all over, splashing, and he's holding his cup. Like, he's in control, you know what I mean? He's holding his cup on the crazy ocean, stormy ocean, drinking his tea. And he's feeling very content as well. He's like, he feels at home in a situation that is crazy, which is really cool. And I love how she feels very calm and healing and approachable and introspective, and just very in connection with her intuition, which I love. And the King and Queen of Pentacles, I love how he has his carrots here, his grapes. He feels very content and he loves his riches. He knows how to do things with money, obviously. Look at his riches, basically. That's what I see. And the Queen is intact with nature. I love that we see mushrooms here, roses. I love how that she has green hair and she is green, so that tells me she's very grounded and part of nature, and fertility comes through, and beauty and rawness. That makes sense, rawness. And I love how the leaves are put at the background, because that tells me of also being very tactful for some reason, and organized as well, which is really cool, because the Queen of Pentacles knows how to use resources and how to make things work, basically. So these were these beautiful cards. Now let me show you how this deck shuffles, because it shuffles like a dream, because it is printed on black core cardstock, which is amazing to use. Let me show you. Amazing. And overhand shuffles really nicely as well. The cards are not slippery, they're perfect, they're beautiful, they're lovely. And I'm gonna put 3 cards, past, present, future, and I'm gonna read you from the guidebook. Let's have, please, for the viewer, past, present, future, or let's say instead of future, let's say key to success, for successful future. Okay, so let's see what it says in the guidebook. So in the past, we got the Emperor. To uphold order, rules are not always fun, but someone must make them. So that tells me that in the past, the rules, you made the rules and you set the boundaries and things were good. Right now, the bottom of the reading is the 8 of Swords, which represents what is this reading is really about. So let's look at the 8 of Swords. Binds of circumstance, if arms are restrained, try defeat. So you're in a circumstance where you feel restrained and like you can't move, and it is advised that you use different strategy, that you look at the situation in a different way in order to get out of it. You also have the 7 of Swords for the now, which means that people are perhaps attacking you, or they're not agreeing with what you're doing, or how you see things, or how you do things. So protect your ground. Should trouble come knocking, turn them into toads. So protect your energy, stand your ground. You know what you're doing. Sometimes we just need to, distance ourselves from people and protect ourselves. And the key to success, you got the 8 of Pentacles, which tells me keep on doing what is your passion, what you are passionate about, what you love doing. Perhaps people are not agreeing with how you're doing things. And the key to success is stand your ground, find, don't be bound by what other people think and what other people think that you should be doing or how you should be doing things, and continue doing things in a way that puts you in that flow state, and don't give up. Like, with repetition comes mastery, right? So committed maker gains skill through repetition. Like I said, master their craft. So yeah, mastering craft through time, no matter Maybe people don't like how you're doing it, but if you stay committed and if you enjoy doing what you're doing, you will be successful. So yes, this was the Kraftfeld Tarot by Gianna Lucci. I will link her Etsy shop in the description box below. I know this review was very long again, but I just love this deck so much and I have a lot to say. And I could say more, but yeah, I don't really have more time. So I hope that you have a wonderful day, morning, evening, night, whenever and wherever you are watching this. And yes, see you again soon. Bye bye.